Hey guys, let's color some soft plastics. Chuck here with you today, and let's talk about coloring some soft plastics. I've been doing this for quite a few years now. One of my very first videos about 3.5, 4 years ago was coloring soft plastics. But the markers that I used in that video, I've still got them, and I've been using them. The variety pack in the Spike-It, and they were garlic scent back then, just like this right here. And you can color a ton of soft plastics with one of these markers right here. Keep that cap on where that tip won't dry out, because if it does, you just have to chuck it and get you a new one. But I was at my local tackle store other day and came across these right here. This is another variety pack in the Spike-It markers, and instead of garlic scent, they now have game fish, and I like the game fish scent way better than the garlic. And also they've improved the tips on these, and I took the liberty of coloring some of my favorite patterns that I've done over the years. I'm going to be sharing with you right now in a second. We're going to be coloring one, and I'm going to be showing you also about jig heads with these bad boys right here. So let's get with it. Okay, we got the markers out of the pack right here, and they're the Dip and Glow. It says markers instantly changes the color and the scent of your soft plastic lures to adapt to the changing water conditions or patterns. Directions: lay the soft plastic lure on a flat surface, hold the lure steady, color as desired to the area with the marker. Repeated strokes will make it a darker color. Lure is ready to be fished with in a matter of seconds. Now right here's the new tip that they put on them here, as you can see. And here is the traditional, I wouldn't like the one that was, oh man, you can just see the difference in them tips right there. And they're a much wider brush mark on them here, so you cover a lot of soft plastic with one of these compared to the older ones. Okay guys, let's start out with some 5-inch. These are cream. I love the cream soft plastic jerk baits. They're really durable. They last longer than 2 or 3 fish. And this is the pearl color right here. But if you take in markers, you know, I went over this and twice with the blue marker, and you can just see how dark and rich I made that color, just to give the fish a little something different to see when you're out there fishing, instead of the traditional, you know, pearl white. Also, if I'm fishing like dirty or stained water, I'll do like a chartreuse belly on it down to the tail. And this is my favorite pattern right here, because, you know, bass, striper, hybrid, whatever you may be fishing for, they're predators. And when they see that red, the first thing they think of is a wounded bait fish, blood. Or if you're going to try any of them, I would encourage you just to paint about 1 inch down red like that, and red tip that tail. I've had a lot of great success with that color. And like on my trick worms, forgive me for the color right here. I didn't know I had blue on my fingers when I was coloring. That's just a white zoom 6-inch trick worm. And a lot of times if I'm fishing dirty water again, I'll chartreuse both ends of the worm to give it some color in stained water, coffee color water. And also if I'm fishing clear water with like a white, just that red color. And then we get down to some of my favorite river soft plastics, and that is the Zoom Chartreuse Pepper. This is the 4-inch little Zoom lizard right here. I've caught a ton of smallmouth over the years on this right here. Excellent lure. And the only patterns I go with it when I'm using the markers is, again, just a solid red tip head, or I'll do just a little pattern with the tail being red and the curly legs. I'll just hit them one time with a red marker, just like so. Again, just giving them fish something different than what everybody else is throwing. And last but not least, let's don't forget about the Zoom paddle tails. And just a few patterns I use these in instead of the traditional is just like a red side, like this one right here. And also a lot of times I'll just do like a red belly with the bottom of the tail red, or just a bright orange side. I'll just paint each side orange, and it just pops out, as you can see. And again, that blue back on those paddle tails. And when doing this, guys, it's simple. I'm just going to show you right here how easy it is to pattern one of these out to like a blue. I'm just going to put a blue back on this one right here. I just go down it all the way from one end to the other, and this dries within a matter of seconds. And unlike, you know, the bottle of Spike-It that you can get, you don't have to worry about dumping this over in your boat or anything like that and spilling it. And you can just see how fast you can pattern that out. Just remember, when you're out there fishing, whether you're throwing a trick worm, you're throwing, you know, lizards, swim baits, you know, jerk baits and soft plastics, that everybody else is out there throwing them. They pull them straight out of the pack, they rig them up their favorite way, and they get out there fishing. But if you can add a little color to them yourself, that's going to give them fish that's already a little gun shy from seeing these on a daily basis, and may get those extra bites that you need, or entice those fish to bite. In other words, whether you're fishing a river or a lake. And like I've always said, a great fisherman is never afraid to try different things. And, you know, myself, I carry fingernail polish with me, red fingernail polish. And with my hard plastic, whether it's crankbait and jerk baits, I put red lines right down their belly, or I add red right up on the crankbait itself and jerk bait with fingernail polish, and it's produced fish. Never be afraid to try different things. But if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. That'll help us out right here at the channel. Subscribe to us. And also remember, at the end of this video and down in the description is my first video on top to bottom, my little series I'm doing. I've been fishing for over 45 years, and I'm doing a series on my favorite top to bottom lures of all time that I use in the river on a regular basis. And I also show how I use it in these videos. So I hope you check that video out as well. Follow us over on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And until next time, guys, stay safe.